Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Hypersapien Show, episode 9. And I want to give a shout out as well to Funk and Hungry members. We have Savado do AU. We have Joanne Yodagel 13. Mrs. Austin, Just Rant Already, Official, AJ, and we have Director Stylesy. So give a shout out to the ladies and the gentlemen. Also, if you can let me know if my mic's working, should be, but better do this stuff while I remember. Savado Dudu, Savado Dave. Yeah, feels weird to be back. Feels very weird because I have to look at stuff now and pay attention. The Hypersapien Show is back. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's here. But let me know who's here now, not before. We have 7 people lurking. And yeah, I might give you a shout out if you say you're here again. Less than 2 minutes to showtime. What are you going to shave early? Probably already got the shaving devices on charge. Happy second anniversary. Oh, we have a dog whistle in the house. We have. I'll just. I'll just start it from here. We have Jack's Fried Fishing, Colonel's Fishing Adventures, and helium and helium shows in the house. SG and everyone, how's it go? Well, go in. What a shame, Job. This app just cut out half your message. By half, I mean half a word. Dave is easier to spell, is it? Depends who you're asking, I guess. Dogface, hello, and that was apparently director Stylesy. Dogface, hello. Ugh, that'd be right. Start getting notifications when the show's on. What the hell's the mute, mute, drag, mute? Anyway, Nightbot, welcome Nightbot. Haven't seen you for a while. Colonel's in the house. Also, we have Dog Lips and Dog Nips and Red Rockets. Ah, there's some good H2O. I'll be around for a little bit, but I've got to get up early to go fishing. What a shame, Job. Why'd you have to get up early? Or do you have to beat the fish? Isn't that early bird gets the worm? Or does that apply to fish as well? I was there then, and I'm here now. Do I get 2 prizes? Oh, I'll give you a 4th prize just for the hell of it. Hey, Dogface, I am here again. That's Mark from Mark Shed Talk. Wonder what he's talking about. Most of the time, I don't have a clue. I just pretend I do. I always know what everyone's talking about. Mark Shed Talk, hello. Happy second anniversary, G. Thanking you, Colonel. I am, in fact, changing the shaver. Changing it. Oh, why are you going to change it? Changing? What are you looking online? You're like, it's time for a change. This one doesn't shave the pubic hairs, it just rips them out. That's why you got to get the good shit there, Starsy. You can't get the cheap shit. And we have AJ, JJ, 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 AJ, JJ in the house. AJ. Oh, great, AJ. It's a little bit too much information, Starsy. Oh, welcome, Donna. Hey, everyone. Long time no see. Yeah, probably not Mitch missing much. Missing much? That was a weird arrangement of words to get out. All that's happened is I've got older and more senile. Early bird gets the worm does apply to fish like Taylor. Is that where you go to get your soup done? Your fish soup? Certain fish. Early bird gets the worm. Charging, I meant. Fucking hell. There you go, Stylesy. Why didn't you just charge it the day before, or is it like a ritual? It's like, oh yeah, I've had my sausage roll and tomato sauce. It's time to put the charger on. I thought you wrote you were changing in the shower. And shouldn't you change before you get in the shower? I don't know. You're not well for a while. Hope everyone is well. Uh, yeah, but hopefully you're feeling all right now, Donna. No one let me know if my mic was working as well. It's hell bad. You might just be talking for 7 minutes and 7 seconds, wasting all this lung capacity. Simon, I know Sioman. Sioman? What the hell style's he on about now? Oh, come on, I've caught up to the chat already. That's terrible. Changing in the shower isn't a good idea because your clothes will get wet. You know, Stylesy, you should be the new Einstein with those sort of quotes. We need to start writing these down. People in hundreds and hundreds of years, they'll be quoting this. They'll be saying, "Oh yeah, did you know that Stylesy said that if you change in the shower, it's not a good idea because your clothes get wet." People will be like, "Oh, why didn't someone tell me this before?" Polynesian, bro. uh, yes, your microphone is working. Uh, if you're interested, G, had a crocodile pie yesterday. There's a No, I'm not interested. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Only kidding. Crocodile pie yesterday. There's a cafe on mid North Coast called Freddo's Pie. Sniff test 7 out of 10. Taste test 8 out of 10. Crocodile was pretty good. Yeah, I've had a bit of crocodile before. It just made me cry because it made me remind that time that Steve Irwin fondled me in a delicate manner. But besides that, it was pretty good. Yeah, it kind of tastes like fish a little bit. Just has like a bit of a fishy feel. People say it's like chicken, but I believe it was nothing like chicken. Yeah, that's good to know. Unfortunately, I don't drive, so I don't know if I'll be seeing Freddo's frogs, pies, and mystical delights anytime soon. But if I ever do decide to put four wheels in motion, I'll be checking out the crocodile pies. Only 8 minutes in, and I'm already laughing my face off. Don't want to laugh it off too much, Stylesy. Otherwise, next time you go to work, you'd be turning around and scaring everyone. And say, "Oh, there he is, the faceless Stylesy." Apparently, Stylesy doesn't know what a crocodile is. He even has the creature next to a question mark, just to yes, Stylesy, crocodile. Yes, Stylesy, you clearly said crocodile. Well, I'd rather eat the croc than him eat, him eat me, him eat me. Nice Colonel. I think Styles is freaking out that you can actually eat other stuff besides sausage rolls. Crocodile is a bit like chicken in terms of look, but tastes different. Oh no, that's here's me just saying anyone that says it's not anything like chicken is wrong. Let's just pretend I didn't say that. Well, it is a white meat, I guess. I dry funkin'. Good for you, Starsy. Maybe you can go and get me a crocodile pie and bring it to me. Or what? Nightbot? The Hypersapien TV. G-Spot Discord. Hey, I know what a crocodile is, G. I was just making sure I heard correctly. Heard? He typed it. And then you heard me say it. Now I know what a crocodile is. We need to get G one of those electric scooters, the no license needed. Yeah, how long would that fucking take me to get from South Australia to wherever he said Frodo's Rings or the Lord of the Rings Cafe or whatever he said, mid North Coast. Hey, someone's got Google at hand. Type in how long it would take to get an electric scooter from SA to there. If you do go for a drive up mid northern new, I can only use way too many words. Northern NSW Fred Fred Fredericton is town with Frodo's pies. I have to double check words to see if it's like even Frodo's had me guessing there for a second. Crocodile Rock, lobster, rock lobster. We could then walk and come. Is that what it said? Your Google was pretty special then. Oh, caught up again. It's like some sort of skill. Why was he playing music? We can then walk and cunt. You're gonna try a crocodile pie style thing? Fredericton is the name of the town I left out the K in it. Oh, there you go. That's all right. Most of the time when people try to say funk and hungry, they leave out all sorts of letters. Looks like you have a new background, G, does it? Pretty sure it's the same that it's always been. Considering I haven't done fuck all for the last week. I've been messing around with backgrounds. Yeah. Apparently this is a well organised stream. And I can mark off the only part that I wrote down. And it was just to remind me of stuff. What about a front roof? Hey Joanne. Joanne, yay. You're getting so excited for Stylesy. We spoke to her like 20 minutes ago. Put your knickers back on. Looks like you have a new background. Stylesy art. What? These two need a room or something. in 1 year since I came across your streams, G. Been a blast so far and look forward to more. Well, appreciate that there, Sir Colonel. And yeah, this channel started when some of the other people were still around, which was kind of interesting. It was a place for us to go when the other streams got a bit more rowdy, or pretty much when most people wasn't normally me because didn't really drink much back then, but it was other people would most of the people would always wait till going funkin' hungry for some reason to swear and carry on like idiots. And they'd never done it, swore and stuff on their live streams, funny enough. So I ended up making this channel as a place to go after the uplate R-rated version, and then just slowly developed into what this is. And it was a backup place as well for my live streams, just in case I had to take them down off Funkin' Hungry or other channels. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how fast time moves, but I guess we're already, what, 7 into this year? Over halfway through this year. Hey there, Colonel. So yeah, there'll be another year on top for Funkin' Hungry in August. Another year on the notch. Didn't I mute that shit earlier? Where the fuck's Kodie? I don't know, you have to go to his channel, I guess. Can you get enough of him Monday? Fucking hell, I'm stream 17 minutes and Dogface is already over it. I have that effect on people. Or making them want to take their knickers off. Time flies. You know what else flies? Flies. God, I just opened up a bag of light and tangy chips, and I already have dropped a chip on on it carpet already, and I only vacuumed the carpet this morning. Wow, isn't that a weird exchange of events? Maybe you should have dropped it. My dog is a year older next month. Well, I feel like I was just telling you I was getting her. Yeah, I swear. This time bullshit starting to make me wonder. Did someone mention carpet? Yeah, he's probably going to lick the chip. I'm grateful. I kick a kick message. And how do they know my channel could benefit from a larger audience? Do they really fucking think a large audience is going to sit here and watch this shit? But you could start earning up to 24 per hour. As Roger the Pirate says and pointed out, I am desperate for fame and money, so $24 an hour. Live viewers. At least it's there to remind me if I ever do want to become a Kicks affiliate or partner program. Interested? Message me on Wank Wank, Mr. W, Mr. B World, Mr. Wank. Carpet chips. Time isn't real. Either are you. Cheers, AJ. She shall eat a tomahawk. Is that a kind of bird? Hey, Joanne's here. Howdy. Wasn't she here from the start? Come and lick the chip off the carpet. Stylesy, I think I'm going to need to. We need to do a GoFundMe for Stylesy, I'm pretty sure, and get him some therapy. Or just take him to a local brothel, whichever is easiest. Where's Mark? Oh, where's Mark? Oh, where's Kodie? Oh, fuck this then. I'll just turn off the stream now. Bye. Guess we'll have to wait till Monday. Or maybe we should wait till Thursday when Mark's on. Fucking hell. Talk about rude bastards. I could have been. I could have decided not to even stream. Imagine that shit. Just to be told that. I prefer this person. This person's much more prettier than you are. 24. No, I'll stay in bed. Stay in bed. Mr. Wank. Hey, AJ's here. Maybe it was half of the people going senile. The audience is slowly growing, G. Oh, it's growing. Brothel sounds cold. All right. They'll have to do that next time. They'll have to do that next time you come to Adelaide. And then you can really say you came to Adelaide or came on Adelaide. Just have to make sure her name's Adelaide. You never can find me. I am reading stuff all fucked up. I need sleep. Well, don't let us stop you. There's sleep right there. It's pretty obtainable. Whip out the king dicks. I don't know if I've got a king dick. Got a woodless graphite pencil. There must be a joke in there somewhere about a woodless pencil. The fuck is that? Samsung. Samsung. Haven't been this side of the desk for a while. Here's your hat. Didn't even know I had a hat. Woodless. Yeah, woodless. Can't be having all that wood in these pencils these days. What if you're allergic to wood? I know Styles he's not, but wait, Adelaide has a brothel. Um, Styles, I'm pretty sure it'd have like 10, 20, maybe 30, 40 brothels, yes. Not that I go around counting. Oh, there's one. There's one. Yes, why would Adelaide not have brothels? What did he sing? To the Woodless? How can I leave when I have a number one next to my name? Huh? Yeah, maybe you're number one. Maybe they restarted. They've gone for 100 and they restarted, and technically you're at the end of the list. I have wood burning right now. What have you been rubbing it out again? You should go to the swingers club. I don't know if he's got a good swing on him though. He does look like the kind of guy that would play some baseball though. Styles, he's a damn lumberjack. Good idea. Hey, Mark. Yeah, but normally if you go to a swingers club, don't you normally need to have a partner to swing with? You're just going to weasel in and just steal everyone else's. Pretty sure brothel is the way to go. Hey, dude, what's going on here? Oh, we're just waiting for you, Mister Armintor, Aramintor, 2 You're welcome. I don't make the rules. How's your stream going? Oh, it's going a whole lot better now you're here. We was all waiting for you to join us. Like, oh God, when is he going to join? Or she, he, they, them. This is a well organized stream. Oh my God, what have I walked into? Thank God it wasn't a spelling bee, Charinator, because you'll be fucking walking right back out. The grammar Nazi will be chasing you with their grammar Nazis. Oh my God, what have I walked into? I don't know. An English dictionary would be nice. You can call me Ara. 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 Got to head off to bed. So to catch the early bird worm, fish man, yeti, hopefully some tailor and a good morning. Thank you for tonight, G, and good night, everyone. Oh, you're welcome, Colonel. They do have singles night, do they? Oh, there you go. I mean, I guess Styles he can do his research once he's charged his uh, nipple clamping devices. He can charge his mobile phone. Styles he not only the coldest part of the night, also the hardest. See a Colonel. Usually need a partner as you go to swingers club. Yeah, Joanne. The whole idea of swinging. Hi, Funkin' Hungry and everyone in the chat tonight. Oh, what? Didn't even know Funkin' Hungry was here, but welcome, Funkin' Hungry. Welcome, Sakar. Welcome, Stylesy. Mark knows an awful lot about swinging. Yeah, he used to be a monkey in a past life, didn't he? Brother, brother from another mother. Sure, sure that's not how they say it in Scotland. Amazing. Is it your first stream? No, this isn't my first stream. See, especially if I drink all of this water, it won't be my first stream. I'll probably have to do several in the one night. Probably all the way until tomorrow morning, I'll still be streaming. That's what water does to you. Cigar in the house. Shut it, G. Well, currently shut it, Terminator. I'm on a live stream. If I shut it, then it'd be like a Terminator live stream. Cigar, good day there. Take care, Colonel. Hey, Mark, how are ye, brother? I just followed you on Twitch as well. Oh, damn. Go check us out on YouTube is where most of these other people are chatting. Hypersapien TV on YouTube if you use it. But yeah, it's on Twitch, Facebook, X. Even Donald Trump has a little private TV that it just streams to his. I'd love to support you in every possible way I can. There you go. Makes a change from these other silly pillocks in the house. I'm going to say pollock, but I'm pretty sure that's a type of seafood, sea animal. Hey there. Bye. Yeah, that funkin' hungry is a numpty. Well, at least I don't talk about Scotland all the time. So much that they needed a swear jar. Rudder from Anuda Mudder. Oh, the mudder got me. The mudder is just where it became too much. This might be a 12-hour stream. Oh yeah, when you fucking duck and dive every hour, you're as bad as Roger. There's a 12-hour stream, and then you're going to only stick around for 1 hour. Twitch. Wow. What's a Twitch? That's what your mum gave me last night. Apparently, there's a black box called Stephen that joined. I don't know what that means. Swear jarry. The sweat jarry. The sweaty jarry is ready.
Shut the hell up, you, and don't start your crap.
Huh? Would you say,
Don't
Angie?
start your crap. Here, what is it? What is it with you taking the mickey out of me?
I didn't take the mickey out of you. I just said that I didn't understand what you was on about.
When I says when I first put in the comment, you took out the mickey, and I said to you, shut it, G. That if I shut it, it'll be like a generator. One, you cheeky bugger.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good for the top of the head.
Hurt my feelings, G.
Hasn't got his finger out yet.
How are you anyway, brother?
Oh yeah, just doing a live stream. I
Good,
want to make
good, good,
something for
good.
my channel.
Hello, and by the way, hello everybody. Even though you can't see me on camera, hello.
Yeah. Oh dear.
How you on? Oh no.
Oh boy. This is the funniest live stream ever. Can I have your Discord or Instagram so I can show you what I am talking about? Yeah, I can share Discord to you.
And G, guess what, my friend?
What's that?
What's that? The Beneath the Johnny Day.
Oh. Well, did you decide that you finally over Scotland? Only took
No,
you
I didn't know
a
it, but
year.
I'm not. Remember, in yours, I don't speak about it. I'm allowed to speak it in anywhere else, but in yours, I'm not allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember,
That should that Discord should come up for you. What's that, Brothel?
No, I was saying, G, when I came in, I was like, what the hell have I walked into? When you were talking about brothels and all that. I was like, huh?
Oh, yeah. All right, Cole. What's your Discord? So here we are, eh? So, Starsy was going off about, I don't know, shaving his pubic hair or whatever he was talking about, and I just said that he either needs to see a therapist or take him to a brothel.
Oh my God, Stilesy. Oh.
And apparently the brothel made his ears start to prick up. So, yeah. And then apparently he didn't know that Adelaide had brothels.
No, or else, what it is, Stilesy, go over to Amsterdam and go to the red light district there. Have you ever felt like this? When strange things are happening when you're going around the twist. Where's my bloody charger?
You're singing already.
No, I'm looking for my charger. Because I need to charge up my mobile.
Must get rid of the dirty water.
She's a wee second, buddy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to take my meds.
Anyway.
So how you been doing, dog case? How you all been?
Yeah, they've mostly been Joanna Dogface, but every now and again they trade places just to fool you.
So where's Kodie boy?
He's probably watching, I don't know, someone showing him their dirty knickers or whatever he gets up to.
Oh.
I think people just wanted to see me struggle when I'm not 100% well and do a live stream. See how crazy. Lucky him, didn't you have a lovely weekend already, didn't you? Spaghetti Man.
Hey, I take it you're load away colder, G.
What did you say? You want
I
to eat a
take it
bunch
you're
of
not
cold
well.
cuts? The very last tour. The last tour's here.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I can do no bad. And thanks, Joanne. I'm actually doing no bad, thanks.
I'm just wondering who the host is. Is it?
Was me until I let this lunatic join.
Oh no!
Oh, freaking lunatic, you cheeky bugger.
What?
My...
I can hear Sharon being repeated.
Oh, I can hear it there.
Oh no, it must be all my fault. We've got reverberations going on.
Oh no. I sent you the stuff on Discord. Yeah, Mr. Sakao, I've been sick for a week or so I haven't really wanted to do recording. I could have, but I would rather just wait until.
I think I got it sorted now.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
YouTube on Safari, and then I opened this once I clicked the link.
You silly Billy.
All my all my fault again. How about now, Joanne? Can you hear me now? I will boost the audio.
Please.
All right, sounds like we got it right now.
So what's been up with you, G? You been loaded with cold, flu?
What's the go, Steve? You not on the computer? You're just on the mobile phone?
I am on the mobile phone, mate. So I am.
You're getting kinky on Kick, are you, G? Somebody just sent you some stuff.
Oh yeah, but they had to send it on Discord. So no more. They took the kink out of it.
Couldn't they send it to you on Kick? Aren't you live on Kick? Kick? Oh, hang on.
What the hell's kick?
Kink is another app, isn't it?
Oh, mommy, daddy.
What do you say?
It says, oh, mommy, daddy.
So, Stephen, how is wee Bonnie Scotland?
I'm not allowed to speak about it.
What? Oh, yeah, you fucking spoke about it non-stop ever since we've known you. You brought up maps and Googles and.
No, I've been told I'm not allowed to speak about where I come from.
Well, you what?
Have you heard what I said?
I heard. I just couldn't put it in English.
It says I'm not allowed to speak where I come from. You bearded faced wee donkey.
And you have a beard as well.
I have got a beard, but it's trimmed.
It's trimmed. Trimmed. It's
trimmed.
trimmed. There's a whole bunch of letters in there I never even knew were a part of it.
Trimmed, not trammed. Trimmed.
Trimmed.
Oh,
shut up. Your chair.
G.
Well, I did manage to get to about 30 minutes without being taken over. So that's probably a record.
I said my beard is gone.
Where's it gone?
It's been shaved off.
Yeah, that person who sent samples of their work looks like pretty good work. That
Joanne, give me a second.
Give you a what?
Oh my God.
See, it's gone.
Are you shaving all over?
Yep, it's gone.
Did you shave your face and then decide just to keep them going? Shut up. Stars you blush.
No, it's see when it gets that long way.
You even got
When it
AJ
gets up,
excited.
gee.
And Joanne.
No, see when it gets up very, very long way and grey starts showing, and then it starts the moustache bit starts going in, the hairs start going into my mouth. It's got to come off. Because I start eating it. Yes, you are. I am shortlist.
How are you, G?
Yeah. Apparently it might have been RSV I had.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
Not-
that. Yeah, people. Yeah,
But I guess I didn't go to a doctor to get it properly diagnosed. But
mm-hmm.
I don't
What is
know.
it?
I remember the last Saturday when it basically hit. It was just the cough just was so fierce, and it just came out of nowhere. It was like, like straight away, it was like a really heavy, deep, hardcore cough, and the body felt really weak. I reckon up until maybe Monday, even I was still getting out of bed and feeling like I had sailor's feet, like just wobbly and weak. Like, when I was walking or whatever, I've had to just sort of hold onto the wall or hold on to something just to kind of keep my balance a bit. But, but yeah, it was. I
Right,
remember
I'm going to ask a
kind of,
question. What's RSV? What's that?
it's basically a respiratory illness.
Oh,
Well, it's meant to be like the flu, or COVID, but it's just apples oranges type situation. It's similar, but um, well,
Scotland.
I'm guessing it has more. Like all the symptoms will be similar, but then some will be more so in more so different to different can't even speak to difference the respiratory illnesses, which is what COVID and is a form of flu and stuff. But yeah, it just as well. Like I went out on Thursday. I reckon was the. I don't think I went out on Friday. But yeah, it's just obviously it takes a couple of days to the germs. I could have collected the germs, and it takes a couple of days to get into your system properly. But it's who knows where or it was picked up exactly. But unfortunately, as we know, when people were only taking being sick seriously when they were being told to, really, and as soon as it's you don't have to do this and this anymore, everyone just like most of the time they're doing what they're told, not doing the best. Because it annoys me. Most of the time I don't really get ill, but it still annoys me that when people walk around, they just like you see them cough just everywhere. Like fair enough. If you're in your own home or whatever, that's fine. But you can go to a shopping centre or a public area, and there'll be people walking around coughing and just not really trying to cover their germs and stuff like that. So yeah,
Right, what do you think that? What do you
yeah.
think when that was happening? That didn't go at all.
Did I go out when it was happening?
Aye.
No, I've
Like,
been
see when
home. I haven't even gone for my walks and stuff that I normally do in the evening. Last couple of nights I've been wanting to, but I'm doing a little bit more, just as in being a bit more active. But I've noticed that I've still got a really short breath. Like I'll be puffed out easily, or I've done a bit of like laundry, like washing clothes and stuff like that, catching up and washing some of the crap that I was wearing when I was sick, and just those little bits and pieces, and having showers and stuff. But it's just it's still I'll be out of breath like just doing that. So
Like, 'cause you
it's
can still hear
that
it.
kind of,
You can hear it in your voice.
yeah.
When
That happened with COVID as well. It bloody took a while to get my lung capacity back.
when you're in that situation, you really don't want to go out, and all you want to do is sort of just curl up in bed, and then it's a bit of a vicious cycle because I've been down that road, not recently, but before, and all you want to do is sleep, and you don't eat and you don't drink, and that's the worst things that sort of you can do because you need to eat and drink to help maintain your levels of fluids and things like that, and just energy in general. And I'm very thankful that if I do get into a situation like that, my wife will make sure that I do have something to eat and drink and so on. But
Yeah,
and you even your normal, you'll probably find that your normal temperature control of your body is a bit wacky too. You'll feel cold and all that sort of stuff.
yeah, definitely. That's one of the problems with me as well. I don't really feel the cold that much. So one way that I know that I need to warm up, and this was even happening when I was sick. It's as I said, yeah, I'm one of those people that I don't feel the cold much. So I was still feeling the chest and the cough was still bad. And then once I put on like a big jumper, and then when I went to sleep, I'd have the jumper on and a quilt or whatever, blankets and stuff. And then that's when the coughing eased up, and it's most of the time I'm walking around in a singlet still in winter.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just so the only way I can figure out really that I need to, because I guess my body overheats easy, but yeah, then that's a way obviously for me to get sick as well if I don't just do try and go against being overheated and just wear a jumper. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean when I go outside, yeah, when I walk in the evening, it's pretty damn cold then. It would be stupid of me to be walking around in a singlet like that, but
Yeah.
just during the day and stuff.
Well, the
Yeah,
other day I was heading to a job site in the truck. I was nice and warm because the heater was on, all that sort of stuff. And also, the truck cab warms up with the sun. We've had some really clear days, and it's cold in the morning, and then throughout the day, like the other day, it was just a perfect day. There was no wind around. It was really warm. But this one particular morning, it was rather cold. I still had a jacket on when I'm out of the truck, and there was this lady walking across the bridge looking at a phone, and she was wearing, basically she was wearing summer sports uh, sort of shirt and shorts there, so like a tank top, tight fitting tank top, and probably lycra pants or something like that, and that was it. Even if she was jogging before or running or something like that, to me it just didn't seem right. It's like,
yeah.
seriously, aren't you cold? You must be freezing. And that was blowing, and she was walking across a bridge. It was a very open area.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
Styles,
bit of
and
the problem as well is when I've gone for a walk, I feel hot because you walked at a fast pace, and then by the time I come home, it's you're overheating and stuff a bit, but you just sometimes I feel like you need to push through that overheating stage and just let your body come back to a normal sort of temperature.
Yeah.
Styles, and having laryngitis is no fun. I've had it how many times, guys? Mark, how many times have I been on a stream and I've had laryngitis, and I've not been able to speak for over 2 months? Remember that?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had laryngitis, but I know people who had.
Oh, it's a
Some
bugger.
people- well, ages ago, I suppose I had a throat infection or something like that, and grapefruits are known to be fairly sour, and I chomped down on a grapefruit, and it was a big relief to me. So, everyone has their, their
Well, do you know something?
and some people swear by um, drinking hot sauce, like have hot sauce to help get rid of your sore throat and things like that.
Oh no, I couldn't drink that type of stuff, man. I would end up killing me. No, but do you know something? Touch wood, touch cherry wood. I've not had laryngitis for a while now.
Well, that's good.
Aye, that is good. I've not had it because every time I get it, I know when I'm getting it. Because when I start, it's like I start coughing. Then next time my voice will start easing that disappearing, and then I'm like, I can't even bloody speak. It's it's a pain in the backside, man. So it is. But do you know what is a pain in the backside at the moment?
What
My
are you
stupid
doing
leg.
at the moment?
My leg's a pain in the backside at the minute.
Sorry, Steve, I missed that.
My leg,
Yes.
it's still up in the backside.
That's no good.
So it is. Because it's literally swelling like a balloon.
Mm. Have you talked to your doctor about it?
I ain't been to the doctor about it. He's like, oh, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Oh, is that all?
Aye, that's all they say. Then they turn around and say to me, oh, but we can change your medication, but because of the medication I'm on for my blood pressure, right? Now, 3 day tablets in my blood pressure medication is today with I need them because I've got my heart murmur, right?
Yep. Yep.
So two tablets in it is to deal with that, right?
Mm.
But if the way to change my medication, then it's going to affect my blood pressure and that. So
Did,
it's either change it up and have that issue, or just stay on it and have the leg issue.
yeah, God, yeah, best of both worlds, eh? Take your
Aye.
pick, eh?
So in my head, I'm thinking, well, my leg's dead. My leg's not working anyway. I don't feel any pain in it. So why not just chop it off
Yeah, yeah.
and get rid of it for what? But do you know something, Mark? This is a weird thing. The hospital will not do any operations at all, right?
Yeah.
Because of the neck issue,
Yeah.
right? Now, see when you go for when you go for an operation and that, and they put a tube down your throat. What did they do with your head to put the tube down the throat?
Yep.
They tilt your head back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, my neck's hemorrhaged, so they could easily tilt my head back dead easily. It's mad. It's literally mad.
Mad, all right.
Because you take away the headrest and my head falls back anyway.
Mm. So,
So,
that's, yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place, aren't you?
aye. And
Did
that's when and I hear my big sister go at me, but this and this and that. But you don't understand what it's like, man, to flaming having to suffer deal with it all the time.
No, I don't, Stephen,
No,
unfortunately.
not you. I'm talking like when my big sister says to me that she knows what it's like. But no, you don't, because you're not the one that's living it.
Yeah, yeah.
And and there's people going at me. Why are you always angry? Why am I always angry? Because I'm sick and tired of.
Yeah.
I get sick and tired.
Yeah, sick and tired of dealing with the same thing over and over, and there's no.
And not actually getting anywhere.
Yeah, and you're getting, like you say, I'm stumbling over my words here, but you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting any answers. There's no results. Just
Exactly.
yeah. Gee, did
Because
you?
you've seen the pictures I sent you.
Yeah. Gee, did you take
And
any
you can see
medication
what I'm talking about.
during your time when you were crook, or was it just rest and Panadol?
Did I take any? Oh well, I reckon about Wednesday the cough was making it. It was a lot less fierce, but it was getting to the point where I think because the initial me feeling exhausted for the few days that was making me sleep through it, and you somehow sleep through a bad cough if you can. But then once the that sort of went of me being totally exhausted from it, it was the cough was keeping me up, and I guess because I did sleep so much as well, I was like slept quite a lot, so I guess I couldn't really sleep anymore. So what I ended up doing is, I know a lot of people, or there's people that swear by the cold and flu tablets when that's mainly for more for aches and pains. But I did pick up this cough syrup as well. I got it from DoorDash. You can DoorDash chemist stuff.
Mm.
And this actually, I swear, after using it once or twice, it made a huge difference to the cough. It made me going like coughing constantly to coughing a lot less. But I'm still going through it, and you can have like a few. It comes with like a little measuring tool. I think it's
Because
about
it's
10
probably
mils for adults. But
because what it's probably doing is see when you're taking it, see how the gunk gets sitting in your chest, it's breaking that away.
yeah,
That's what it's doing because it's literally relieving all that, getting rid of all that gunk in your chest. So when
yeah.
you cough, you're getting rid of it.
There wasn't actually much mucus when it came to this. Like when I went since I've been unwell, it's just more so a dry, heavy sort of cough. But either way, I thought I'd give it a go. I don't normally get stuff like that, but I thought can get it DoorDash to me, so I don't have to go out and get it. Got that, and got the cold and flu tablets, which was a lot more helpful than just plain Panadol as well. I feel like they lasted longer for the aches and pains. But yeah, the first few days it was just Panadol and lots of water. But yeah, then when I started taking this cough syrup, I feel like it has helped quite a bit. So this one's for a dry and chesty cough, 2-in-1 relief.
Yeah, because you can
I think,
hear it in your voice. As I said, it's like it's dead rough.
yeah. I mean, I haven't been talking that much fucking the last week as well. If I have been talking to people, it's been texting.
No.
Yeah. So, so I did wonder how a live stream would go, like talking, but also not talking for a good week, and doesn't feel doesn't feel sore though. Like I remember when I used to do live streams a few times a week. Sometimes like the actual vocal cords would get a bit sore after talking for a few hours by yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen,
Yeah.
you're holding out on us.
How am I?
You're holding out on us.
How?
Well, apparently. Oh no, it's. God, I'm just about to make myself embarrassed. But anyway,
Go, say it. Do you say it?
No. I got me places mixed up. In Dublin, Ireland, there's a redhead festival held every year, and there's redheads everywhere. See, redheads. I mean,
Right, right.
Dublin, Ireland's not that far away from Scotland, is it?
Well,
It's about
Ireland's a whole separate island, funny enough.
no. It's Dublin. Hold on, Dublin. I think Dublin's the southern part of Ireland. Dublin's the southern part of Ireland, but from where I am, all you've got to do is take a boat down to Cairnryan and then get a boat, get a bus from up here to Cairnryan, which is down the road a wee bit, and then get the ferry across the water to Ireland. So you do. And do you know what the funny thing about it is, Mark?
Sorry?
Do you know what the funny thing about it? What you were saying there about how it's a red hair week in Ireland?
I think so.
I'm jet black.
Doesn't mean you can't go looking at the nice red-headed girlies.
Mm. Mm. Got to like, how you doing? Oh, go at him. How you doing there, my darling? How you doing? Thanks very much, yeah. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning. And do you want something right now to yourself? What the fuck? Joanne's like, that seems crazy. It's a crazy. And do you try not to piss yourself off?
Yeah, I
Styles,
didn't. It was kind of nice in a way. I didn't get into social media much at all. Only times I was a bit bored flicking through. I mainly just watched YouTube and a bit of a series that I watch. Just went from back and forth. So yeah, I don't really know what happens this week in the way of news of the week or what Donald Trump said and did this week. That was stupid.
Well, interesting news, my friend. Did you hear about the plane crash that happened in India?
The crash that happened in India.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the airplane crash that happened in India. It was going from India to London.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago or more.
Yeah, only
Yeah,
one guy survived it.
yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but the thing was, see where he was sitting? It was sitting between the bulkhead and the toilet. Whereas they said in the report in the news that it's like like a it's a like I say it's like a blockade in a way. You know what I mean? So whatever happened, he was able to escape dead easily. Damn. That's all I say. God damn. You need to. It dude needs to put the lottery on.
Yeah, he certainly was lucky, that bloke. Haven't seen much more about him.
No. I was like, wow.
I'm sure he would have counted his lucky stars, that's for sure.
No.
Definitely.
One question they asked medics was it must have been in his head. Would have been why am I still here? That's what probably was going through his head.
So what other news do you have to bring to us, Charanator?
You what?
What other news do you have to bring to us?
Just say in a certain area, well, over the area, there was a certain meteor spotted. So there was a wee meteor burning through the sky.
Stylesy, that sounds a bit sus, mate. Got to stop typing with one hand tonight, and I keep pressing the wrong letters. What's the other hand doing? Oh no, G's gone. It's you and me, Stephen. We've taken over the show. Well, I did ask Joanne, so I've got to stop. Well, G will be back momentarily. Obviously, he's having some technical issues. However, he's always listening. He might.
He's always listening.
He's always listening, that's for sure.
Even if you call my spanner.
Yeah. So what's now tomorrow? I'll be being the first Sunday of the month. I'll be down at the Steam Club at Old Petrie Town. I'll be on the steamroller again tomorrow, and I'm going to capture some video. I might even go live. I'll just see how I go and make sure my phone's fully charged, all that sort of thing. We're also getting ready for a big event coming up in August. But, I'm slowly working away on bits and pieces on the steamroller. Here, oh, here we go. Oh, we're back. What was going on? I wasn't part of the stream there for a moment.
I was wondering why everyone was quiet, and then I'm like, I think everyone's froze. Or it was I was froze. I was froze.
You were froze. You because you were frozen for a little bit, and I thought, oh yeah, it'll come back, and then you just disappeared completely.
Weird. What happened to Stephen, Ada?
I'm still here, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He hasn't gone. You can't get rid of him.
I was hoping he was. I'm only joking. Did you come up with any other news? Did you come up with
you know what I'm going to say to you? For that comment, get it up, you. For that comment, you cheeky sod. No, as I was saying, was in a certain area, right? Well, the whole area, there was a wee meteor flying through the sky.
Meteor, right?
A meteor.
That's cool.
And it was captured on video.
And where did it land or what?
No, it was burnt. See, like, so see how when a meteor's a certain distance away, right? You'll not see the big bright light when it goes through the atmosphere. Right? Well, usually when a meteor flies past, you just see it, right? But when it shows you on the video, it literally went through. It must have went through the stratosphere, and it did that. See a big glow of light, then it disappeared. That's what it did. So yeah.
Apparently, it's
So,
done.
yeah.
It's done in America.
What? Yes, John, a meteor. A burning ball is flying through the sky. Hey, hey,
World
Mr. Blue.
Asteroid Day on June 30, but that's gone.
So how would someone special get your attention?
How long did you want to go for tonight, G?
Oh, probably about that long, I reckon.
Oh, steady there, old chap.
Maybe not the full length, I guess, but
Full Monty.
yeah.
It's whatever you want to do, man. If you're not feeling, if you've had enough, you can wrap it up whenever you want.
Yeah, for sure. I was
To
hoping
be sure, to be sure, to be sure.
hoping Stephen was going to come up with a few facts about a place that he can't mention.
Get it, Rainy G?
Yeah, I was.
You little bully.
I love it.
You bully.
You Billy. How did
Yeah,
it
you can only.
I know, gee, imagine bullying a disabled person.
You have nothing when disabled when it comes to your speech. You just born in Scotland.
Hold on, you ready?
The moose in the house. Well, that's your house. You're trying to point to the moose.
No, look what I'm getting you. Look what I'm getting you.
What's the hole? What's the hole behind you? In you?
Where?
The hole is that
So
a
where the-
hole straight up?
That's where the moose come from.
That here?
Yeah, that there.
Oh, hold on.
Glory hole.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a spring.
Oh yeah. Oh, that there?
That's a decoration.
Aye, it's probably a decoration. But see that there, Mark?
Yeah.
That there? That's a sprinkler.
That's a what?
That's a sprinkler.
All I
See,
get is
sprinklers, it's in the roof ceiling.
I don't have springs in my roof ceiling.
No,
Scotland's a
see,
weird place.
see
I'm
a
guessing that's
sprinkler.
in case you burn your pie again.
No, that's in case the house bloody goes in fire.
Oh, it's a sprinkler.
What would
Right, mate.
the roof be
There's
look
one
like?
there. There's one over that way. There's one in the kitchen, one in the hall, two in the bathroom, two in the other room, two in the other room. Smoke alarms everywhere in the house. Indeed, that's what taking the piss out of disabled person. So
Ah,
you bully.
there you go. Oops, I knew everyone from the stream. Just trying to take him off the big screen. Big finger.
I know. Imagine bullying me, you big bully.
It's hilarious.
It's not hilarious. My big sister bullies me.
So how's Nessie?
I wouldn't know.
You don't know? What about Iron
No, I
Brew?
wouldn't know.
Did you end up trying those new Iron Brews?
No, I remember, mate, I can't drink iron brew. Oh, Ricky Mark with his new toy.
A gimbal.
Well, you're like a in a candy shop.
Yeah, I am.
Where that
I like my gadgets.
you like the gadgets, do ya?
Go gadget device.
The gadget.
In fact, I'll put my phone on charge.
Joanne, don't you start either. Who's
Oh,
Nessie?
who are you talking to now?
So how would
You're terrible.
I look terrible.
No, I said yous are terrible.
Why's
Oh.
that?
Taking the piss at me.
We never take the piss out of you.
Mm-hmm. Mark, say with a straight face, mate.
Yeah.
Try and say you'll never take a piss at me with a straight face.
Never take the piss out of you.
see, you can't.
You lost
I
your
never
mind,
take
do
the
you?
piss out of you, Stephen.
See, Mark, see,
just-
both of you can't say with a straight
Straight
face.
face, but I've got a crooked nose.
I'll take the piss out of you, Steve.
You what?
You do that all by yourself.
Gee.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, gee. Yeah, look.
I'm getting the two now.
Just face
Cheeky
it.
bastard.
Come on, Stephen. You haven't got a leg to stand on. Just face it.
Oh, no.
At least I'm not stumped.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Time back soon, Stylesy.
Oh no!
Oh, wait a minute, Mark.
Mark the time. It's 9:52, 9:53. But what if it? We'll see what if he does it again next week.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm a wee bit hopping mad.
Is that downstairs shave time or is it just face shave time?
Well, I reckon he's only shaves the face, but I don't know why it's such a ritual.
Mark,
It's the face.
Yeah, Stephen.
how often do you think I've heard them jokes?
How often?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, you fairly often.
No, I've heard it. Do you know when the very first time I started to hear it? When I heard like, oh, you've not got a leg to stand on, I'll get you a job in a pantomime as Long John Silver.
Yeah.
The very first person that done it was my dad. Right after a certain thing happened, my dad started to hit me with OM, and I was like, "Dad, going to shut up," and I lost my rag with him.
I remember you saying, and then wasn't it his way of trying to sort of toughen you up a bit, or just?
Aye, but then it wasn't the best time or best way to do it.
Yeah, I could imagine it being you being pretty salty.
Oh no, I wasn't insulting me. I was raging. Because remember, I was still trying to deal with it. Still trying to deal with what all the process, but all happened in my head. We're still trying to process it. Still trying to come to terms with literally going to lose a leg, then losing a leg, and then try to think, right, how am I going to deal with life and all that stuff. And then when you've got your own fella going doing all that stuff, it makes you a bit angry.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then but I did regret what I'd done to him after it. And but it's when he done it, it made me kind of, you know.
So
And but no,
how long after the first incident did you lose your leg in between?
happened right. So I got attacked in the midnight of 29th, 31st September.
Mm.
I got told on my birthday on the 26th of November that I was going to lose my leg, and then on the 9th of December I lost my leg.
Okay, so yeah, a matter of a few weeks.
Mhm. Yeah. Because the amount of damage it was done to my leg.
Yeah.
So it was, and then see with that MRSA, that was in it as well, and because I'm allergic to penicillin,
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
yeah, literally, I know it's going to sound bad what I'm going to say, but see colour your hair, beard and jersey, gee,
Mm.
that's the way my leg went. So it was, and then they got told I would need to get it taken off. I thought they would have been able to do it below me so that I was still able to walk normally. But
Yeah.
then, because they damaged it, like at my bottom part of my leg, and then they damaged it behind my kneecap, so they had to take it above the knee. So, it's still raw. It's even though it's a September coming, it'll be 20 year. It's still raw, mate. You know.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
And did I get angry? Still,
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
aye. I'll be turning up straight. I get angry about it. So
Mm.
is it is it my fault? No, it's not my fault. Should I have went out at night? Maybe I could have waited till morning, but I didn't think.
Mm.
You know,
Did
should I have kept on riding away?
the person
Don't
who
know.
done it, was he prosecuted, Stephen?
Mhm.
He was.
Yep. But he ended up getting sent to a mental state hospital, Mark.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that, and which is it's just too with so many people that suffer mental health. It's like, yeah, it just seems like an easy excuse to get away with stuff a lot of
I
times.
bet he see even before he done that to me,
Mm.
he already chased somebody up a hill, and the guy fell, and they literally done it with a K in the back of his leg and dragged him back down the street.
Mm.
Right? He got jailed for that, he got let out, and then he attacked me. So he did. And then Fleming, uh,
Apparently, I can earn
somebody
$30 now.
Oh, so it's gone
and
up, has it?
somebody smelt gas and that coming from close. Phoned the fire brigade, and the fire brigade went to his house. the total fire brigade to beat it because they had a loaded crossbow pointing at a door. Then the police went into his house. Response to that. Do you know what they found? 8 black bags full of weapons, right? A towel covered in blood, and a knife covered in blood. Mine. And when the police and when they came to the hospital to speak to me, they asked me to try and identify them. I picked them out instantly.
Yeah.
Straight away, I picked them out. I just pointed a picture of that him, and he's like, "Paul's like, how do you know that?" Because I can see his face in my head. I'll not forget it.
Yeah.
And then when it went to court up in Edinburgh. I went to Glasgow, then it went up to Edinburgh. One of his mates came over and was like, "Alright," and I didn't know him. And he's like, "I am up here to see how what the guy's name was, right?" And my sister's like, "Me, do you know him?" And I was like, "Nope." She's like, "Right, one move." He was up there trying to intimidate me. So he was. And my big sister didn't like him. I don't like him. But I just, it irritates me at times, guys. It irritates the life out of me.
Yeah, I can imagine
So
that one
it's,
for sure.
That just sucks.
and now, does it make me upset? Aye. It makes me generally upset.
Mm.
So it does. And then you've got people going like that. Like, my big sister, I'll use her as an example, when she goes like, "Oh, my back, my legs are so annoying, my back's so annoying." I'm like, be glad that you still got freaking legs and you can walk. Just, it annoys me.
Yeah, I guess unfortunately people can be selfish or, like not even, like not just be a bit self-centered or whatever at times. It's, especially in situations like that. Like,
No.
I mean, we're always told, be grateful for what you have, and just guess for some people it's easy for them just to bitch and moan about pretty much everything in life, and
No.
yeah, take stuff for granted when, especially saying around people that have, a lot less fortunate when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Right.
Also,
So
yeah, if they
I
ask
can see
more
when
or
the
they have
doctors help me,
have
G.
issues, if they have issues when it comes to that, there's ways around it.
No.
Sometimes
But
it's
see when the,
sometimes it's easy as changing your diet, changing what you eat and how you exercise and stuff. So a lot of people
stuff like that, but see when it comes to like losing a limb,
yeah,
there's none you can, I mean, well, man, you can't change it. You can't do none about it.
mhm,
And see when the doctor told me that was it, when I was going to lose it,
yeah,
I literally burst into tears. So that I literally didn't what when my mum and dad and that came in to see how I was. My mum's like me, "You want to be left alone?" And I was like, "Aye, I just want to be left alone." See there and then, mate, I literally just wanted to go. I couldn't have me anymore, you know. And that's,
yeah.
I know that's sad to say, but it's the way I felt. So it was. My life was literally just crumbling all around me. So it was.
I'd say it's one of those situations you could never prepare yourself for.
No.
No. I wouldn't wish it in. I wouldn't wish it in anybody.
Yeah.
Because the thing was as well with my dad, right? My dad always smoked, right? And he was having issues with his legs. So no, it's going to sound daft. I'm going to say, right? Went up to the hospital with him to Glasgow one, and the doctor said to him, right, we're going to need to keep you in the observation, right? Because with your legs, he's like, no bother. No, he's like, they have to. And the next thing he started to greet, and I was like, and I said to the doctor, I was like, Doc, he's scared of hospitals. He's like, he didn't like them. I was like, so Johnny, if I stay with him, and he's like, alright, just to make him calm. So I did. They did him to test his legs, and they said to him, if you didn't stop smoking, he's like, well, I'm going to be like him, like my son. He's like, aye. I was like, then Dad, then do you know what he said to me?
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll be able to do a three-legged race. I was like, Dad, do you think that's appropriate? I know it sounds funny, but then I'm like, Dad, do you think that's really appropriate to say?
Yeah.
And he's like, but it was his way of making fun and jokes about things, you know. But sometimes my dad could say the things that it could be below the belt a wee bit, you know.
Yeah.
And whenever he did say anything like that, I'd just give him a really dirty look, or lose my temper. Now, do any of you think I've got a temper?
No.
I'd say that you have one, but not to the point where it's, to the point where it's anything to worry about. Most of the time sometimes you're in shit mood or whatever, which is fine. Most of the time you're upbeat and, like to have a laugh with us, have a joke around.
And we all get in a shit mood from time to time.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
exactly.
I wouldn't say
Exactly, man.
it's any more or less than anyone else, really.
And truthfully, I wish I could turn back to nearly 20 years. Aye.
Stephen, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people in that situation, and even I look back at some of the things I've done back in my life, and as that old saying goes, hindsight's a wonderful thing. And Styles's back, and he's nice, clean, and shaven. So, come on, Stylesy, send us a photo. We've got to see it.
So it was about, 12 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, oh, no. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Mark, one thing I hate though.
Sorry, what's that one thing you hate?
Being the way I am.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Mm.
I know it's what I'm saying might sound kind of depressing and all that, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a fact. It's a fact of life.
Yeah.
It's no. It's people might say, "Oh, Steve, you've been depressing." No, I'm not. I'm actually been getting up and saying I'm being truthful about how I feel. Because that's one thing that people say to me: "You're never true about your feelings." how you are, and all that. You hide it and shy away and all that all the time.
Well, despite all your challenges, Stephen, and we've talked about this when you haven't been here, you're doing way better than some people out there. You really are. I know it might sound like I'm blowing wind up your skirt or something like that, but
Ooh.
you still get up, every day and you march on, despite what you're going through. It's absolutely fantastic. And a lot of people should look at what you're dealing with every day and, compare themselves to you. And I think, you know, I really think you're just knocking it out of the park.
Well, that's the only thing I can do, Mark. You just keep marching on, and so because at the end of the day, I'm an ex-army, so my nature, I know people's natures where some some bad happens to them and they want to give up. My nature is to fight as hard as I can.
Yeah.
That is my nature, is to fight.
Which is inspiring to should be to a lot of people, and especially to, like you just said, there's people that give up. Like if you give up, then what's the point of sort of living life? Or you've got to find ways to enjoy it, or find just ways to push through.
Mm.
Especially those
Exactly, and that's how I need to
situations
get
that
back
are.
on. See my streams, I need to get back on doing my Terminator chat streams because I don't see the Terminator one, like the gaming one, side. I could put it on the back burner at the moment. Just get back into the Terminator chat and talk about stuff like this. How doesn't matter how what life throws at you. Fight back as much as you can. If you feel crap, take your time out. Do what you want to do. If you feel you're having a good day, go enjoy what you want. And that's what I may have the crappiest time ever, but it's only me can knock it out of the park,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Joking. And I know it might be sounding like, as I said, like a broken down record half the time when I say all this stuff, but it's in a way
Yeah,
it's
also
not
it's good
because
to also it's good to remind people, especially
aye,
when we all sort of, when we all just like have a joke, muck around, act like idiots, and then it's good just to bring it back in and remind everyone. Um, those small little wins do mean something to you.
aye,
Like, especially
exactly
like getting out of
because
bed and pushing through when you're not, when you're not wanting to.
hang on it right. Well, I'm gonna so hang on it. So see when my carers come in,
Mm,
they've got to literally roll me left, right, and left and right to put a sling under me, right? Then
yeah,
hoist me up in my chair. Then they've got to literally with my leg. Literally got to lift my leg and put it into the foot holder.
yeah,
So I've literally got all that to deal with. Then it's like when for the shower and all that, they've got to do all that as well. It's mad. It's literally mad the amount of stuff that I've got. I've, I've got to just power through and go right. It's part of life.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it is. And you see people going like, "Oh, I'm sitting tired of life. I'm sitting tired because like say like a a JUNK. You know what I'm talking about, right? They go, "Oh, I can't be bothered with life. I hate it." these things are making me really poorly. Well, Fleming, stop taking it, you donkey, and you'll not feel all this crap. You know? But that's...
I've said, like, if something's not really working for you, try something different. And even if that doesn't work, see if it's better than the previous problem. If
Exactly.
it's helping. But then, yeah, as I've said, some people just will want to complain about anything and everything. But yeah, you have the power in you to make little changes.
No. Because with me as well,
And take care, AJ.
See you,
See you
AJ.
later, AJ. With me, it's I could literally show you stuff, right? And you'd be like, what the hell? And you'd be like, wow. Because it's like, so with me, as I said, it's being the way I am, right? So that's like having to deal with my BS, my high blood pressure, being disabled, strokes and all that, right?
Mm.
But see like how you've got the mental health side there. That's a thing as well I'm dealing with, right? Just I deal with it. I learn to deal with it. I learn to live with it. But see the physical side there, like see like the physical scars.
Mm.
That is it. That's a thing that it constant reminds me. It will never go away because them scars are going to be a 20 foot the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So there, because on my stump, I've got a scar going from just in front of my stump, going underneath my stump, right? My chest. Now, see under your sternum, I've got a scar going from under my sternum right down, straight on down, right? To that you know where. And in my right side, I've got hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you what the scar looks like. I'm not going to actually show you what the scar, right? It'll wait till do that thing disappears. Come on, disappear. Disappear. Right, so see that shape there?
Mm.
That make me my fingers. That is the shape of what the with the actual wound that the actual initial wound did looks like. Is that shape?
Mm.
So it is in my right hand side. So it does. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you just a wee bit. Right. Hello, I'm upside down. Right, hold on. Yeah. So right, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah. See the scar?
Yeah.
Right. So do you see what I'm talking about with the scar? Right. That scar will never go away. And yeah, you can see I've not got any t-shirt on.
I didn't notice. Wonder what was different.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's right. Hang on, Mark. No, hang on. You're lucky you just seen that scar. See if I showed you my stump scar, you wouldn't want it.
I reckon you've shown us before.
Right, so that's all the stuff I've got to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's, but do you know what? At the end of the day, guys,
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't like me saying a certain place, right? I'm only going to say it just once. So Joanne, as Disney County a swearing you a moment, right? I know I'm from a certain place, right? But I'm a fighter.
All right, you can fucking say it.
You can say it, Steve. Come on.
Right. Even though I'm Scottish, right? I'm a fighter.
You're a
I'm
proud
ex-army,
Stephen.
and I'm a fighter, mate. So I am. I'm literally a fighter, and it doesn't matter how much people try and put me down. I will fight as hard as I can until I take my last breath. And that's it.
Have
Gem
a
up.
good night. Have a good night, Kodie.
Have a good night, Kodie boy. So that's just the way I see things now. And am I going to trust people like guys still? No. That bit's still gone. The trust bit is still gone.
Mm.
There's certain things with them things that you told me to try and deal with, Mark.
Beg yours, Steve.
Right? The KNIFE. Sharp objects that I don't like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah, I did see that in the chat the other night. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving them to my big sister.
Yep. Oh well, if that can make you feel a bit better, then go for it, man.
No, because it's just it still scares me.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah,
thing,
no.
like no one, we can imagine how that makes you feel. So only it's your decision and your decision alone of what's best, of what you should do when it comes to those situations. So no one
Because
would blame
it
you if
scares the
you,
hell out of me still.
yeah.
And it just
G, just changing subjects. G, have you watched any TV
Squid
programs during while you had?
I've only been watching Brassic, which is this like these bunch of idiots that try and do all these like dodgy jobs. Like they're basically thieves, and it's like an English show, and they just get into themselves into all sorts of mischief.
well,
Seasons
come
of
on,
it.
G, what do you expect?
There's about there's about 5 seasons of it, and I've almost gone through it all. It's a little bit like Lock, Stock, or Snatch, those sort of films where they're doing all these like dodgy jobs, stealing stuff, haven't got into Squid Game yet. Definitely want to. I've definitely went through Facebook because I've seen like little bits and pieces that could be potential spoilers. So I went through and snoozed a lot of groups that probably would share stuff on it. Snoozed them for 30 days.
Well, it didn't end how I thought it would.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Righto, mate. All I'll say is it didn't end how I thought it would, but it did answer a question in regards to the front man. And I did actually like how they ended it. So one thing I would say is once you do watch it and finish it, there's the two main characters sit down with the director and they have a conversation. Okay. It's dubbed in English and it was really good. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I got a different perspective on the two actors, where they were coming from, and I really enjoyed it.
There's like a lot of rumors, and this was happening season 2 as well. That they're going to do an American Squid Game. They're going to do a world Squid Game, and then apparently they're doing like forget what the numbers are called, but I think it could be when the front man first joins, and also it could be there was one Squid Game universe. I It could be when number one from the first season joined. It could be like when he first got involved. But there they've got a cinematic universe, so it's the Squid Game, the one that just went by, then Squid Game 1987, which most likely, and then USA Squid Game 29th. Or this, that picture's a bit. Yeah, Squid Game 28th and Squid Game World.
Well,
This is
I'll put it this way.
this is meant to go through till 2028, which is the world one.
I'll put it this way. They left it open for other
To have,
possibilities. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, like with a lot of American stuff, like this is great because it isn't American, and
Yes.
the characters that makes the characters different. They're relatable, but they're different as well. Different enough to keep it interesting, and being from a different country that isn't sort of westernized and stuff, or Western, it has a nice feel to it, of course. And they've done this when it comes to English shows as well. They'll do the Americanized version. I'd say rarely the American versions work. A lot of times they'll never stand up to what the original was. But hey, if they get the right story, the right directors and people behind it, and the right actors, I'd say you need an actor that's good, but like it would just be silly if it's like Leonardo DiCaprio or someone. Like you need it to feel like you can't relate. Like if it's going to be a big name actor, obviously you're going to go in already have like other versions of characters, and stuff they've done. But if it's like not a well-known character, a well-known actor, but it could definitely work.
Who knows where it's going to go? It's definitely the director actually in this after show or this conversation with the director and the two main characters. The director actually thanked fans from around the world for making it so popular, and it just it was surprising in a couple of situations. I wasn't disappointed, that's for sure. I just
reckon I'll rewatch the last season and then. Well, it's really a part two.
Yeah.
Of what happened before.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't say any more, otherwise I'll just ruin it for you. But I believe you'll enjoy it, and you'll get a lot out of it. A lot of the characters stayed true to their form. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Some went absolutely crazy, and it really is a good study of what us humans are capable of.
How much you can tolerate, and what kind of would break your psyche a bit. How much you can take.
What also happens in a group mentality? How quickly people change in a group mentality, especially when they're
the stronger will. Normally, the stronger willed aren't always prepared to stand up and become the leader, even though they should. And then the people that have the balls to stand up to be the leader are normally the ones that are, like not capable of leading. Like they're leading with ego and selfishness instead of leading with heart and love and stuff like that.
Behind all of it is the money. The money is what's driving people, and that's what drives people in this society. To me, it resonated profoundly because of what money does to people. Like I've said before, it does two things. It makes you a better person or a bigger arsehole. And you will see both those examples. Well, you already see those examples in this, you know.
What I feel like looking when I saw they want to do a USA one is obviously Squid Game is based on a childhood game. The games that they're competing for. So it'd be interesting to see what American games they have because we would be more likely to be familiar with like American kid games than Asian kid games. Because obviously Squid Game, I didn't have a clue about it until they explained it in the first one. How it's like a squids that you defend and offensive and defensive. So yeah, stuff like I know a few of the Australian games that you play as kids, probably like chasey and handball and dodgeball and stuff like that. They're probably American games, but have been shared through UK and Australia and stuff as well.
Well, back when I was a kid, we used to play Red Rover, and it's basically you'd run from one end to the other, and if you got caught, you know, the more people got caught, you're either out or you join the line to get the last person, and they ended up banning it because kids were grabbing the other kids by the shirt and ripping the buttons off and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, like the really fast kids that are grabbing them, trying to get them by the shirt.
I remember that as well, man.
And I'm sure that game was probably known as something different, you know, in other parts of the world or something like that. But yeah, that was the game I played.
No, I remember that day, Red Rover.
Yeah.
And I remember doing like a lot of those sort of games, and as you get a little bit older, and you still tend to be like playing similar games, they got more violent and more hardcore as you got a bit older. When you're a little kid.
So Red Rover was basically sort of like Squid Games. You know, you were competing to get to the other side of the line without getting caught, or you know. So
that is actually quite a good comparison, like similar.
Yeah, you know, if you look at Squid Games, these games they played, if they didn't win, they got shot. You know, and
it's like Kimmy as well. What you were saying, like dodgeball, man. Fleming try to hit me with that one. Skipped a belter.
I mean, some of the games in Squid Game are quite obvious, like marbles and stuff. They had a few different variations of marbles, but that's a game that a lot of us would have had or either associated with or been involved in with marbles. I know Stephen might know this one, but in England they have these conkers that grow on trees. Did you ever hear about that game, Mark? So
we had marbles.
You get like a big, but with conkers, it was like an actual nut.
No, well,
you get string, and you like basically knock them together, and the conker starts eventually deteriorating. So you have to.
What we did, Mark, what you did. So as G says, you get two conkers, right? So instead of hemming and flinging them at them, right? One person would hold it like that, and the other person would go up with a conker and try and hit it. So it's like
it's just like the string with the conker attached to it, and one person held it, and the other person knocked the shit out of.
If it disintegrated, you were out.
That was like, I guess an autumn sort of game because, like, obviously, certain time of year they fall off the tree.
No, I played it once with my big brother, and my big brother found one about that size, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to win, Steve. I'm going to win." I was like, "No, you're not. Do you know how?" I found one double the size of that, and I was like, "I'm going to win." Right? And he's like, "Go for it then." And I was like, one hit, boom, and it broke his. And he went, "All right then, I think you win that one." I was like, and plus, bro, that's me getting you back for the time you broke my shoulder. No, mate, he
I
did.
feel like Squid Game season one was like the ultimate sort of betrayal. It just reminded me with Ali going around and collecting the marbles, but he doesn't realise it's like a bag of rocks or whatever he had. And he's going around and he's he's and then the other guy just walks off. Uh, but that came to a real good conclusion at the end, where it was the two guys that knew each other since they were kids were doing a Squid Game together at the end. They were the two finals knew each other since they were small. Man.
You didn't have any food review videos uploaded and ready to go to release. You haven't done anything.
Oh,
In the last
I
couple of weeks?
do have a few. Do have a few that I was going to edit, but I just in the end it was and especially the last few days where my head's been a bit more clear. I thought I should do it, but I just gave myself just that opportunity to not really worry about it.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's stuff that I need to review ASAP, like there's new Hungry Jack stuff that's come out. There's going to be in some new McDonald's this week, and then obviously when they come out, and then I'm just going to kind of have a bit of a backlog. But it's not always that bad to have when I get around to it, just edit in a few things. So here's a little spoiler, I guess, that you mentioned it. I did review these before I got ill. It's Twisty's Super Duper Fairy
This
Floss.
was whoa.
So it's like a Twisty. If Stephen, you might have seen me do these before, but they're basically kind of like Cheetos, long like quiggy sticks. But yeah, this one's fairy floss flavour.
Geez, it must be a
So
Twisties covered in sugar.
pretty much, they've done a few different versions of sweet Twisties now. But yeah, this one's a little bit more sweet one. I don't know if they'll be good anymore. But yeah,
Jeez, oh.
Yeah.
I don't think the camera really pick it up, but it is like does have a bit of pink going through it. They're actually still. I thought they'd be stale by now. They're still with their crunch.
Gee, did you do the funkin' hungry sniff test there?
They're actually not terrible. They're actually not terrible. But when I review something like that, I definitely keep in mind that this is more aimed at a kid.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that many adults that are going to run out and want to get that.
You're absolutely right, Stylesy. Cheese Twisties. I didn't actually make a video. Well, I made a video, but I chopped up a live stream that I did and uploaded it.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit disappointed with it. I should go back because I had background music in a few spots, and I was listening to it back at one stage, and it just seems like the background music was really, really loud compared to what I'd set it at. So I don't know what went wrong there.
Yeah, with background music, I definitely find myself sometimes even towards the end, like not knocking it down. I only normally have it like a couple of percent, like say between 1% and 5% most of the time.
Yeah.
With how loud it is. Depending obviously what I'm sometimes might bump it up a bit if I need to for a reason. But yeah, sometimes it can be fine, and then you get to a certain spot that it just seems to be like overpowering.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even change the song as well. Like sometimes I can get through like edit pretty much the whole thing and get to the point where I go, no, that song just isn't really working right now, and go back and put a whole different song, and then you kind of have to play around with the volume and just the way that sounds. But
Yeah. Well, the audio, I had it too high, so I was actually peaking, and
okay,
you can definitely hear that in both in the live stream and the recording. The video I made of it, and I've since corrected that. But yeah, look, I put a video out there, and I've been a bit lackluster. I need to just start putting videos out there. I know what I got to do and all that sort of stuff, but just sometimes just getting motivated into doing it, and I should just start doing it, because the more I do it, the better I'm going to get at it. At the moment,
Yeah.
I'm procrastinating too much over little things, and it stops me from doing anything.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
same.
I definitely guess we all get like that. But even the fact you're saying the volume peaked and there was a part of the background music that was a bit much, but so at least it's like I always feel like that I can always improve. I can always find stuff that I can when I go through. It's like even with my art, people say that will look amazing, like that looks amazing or whatever. But I always see stuff I can improve, and I feel like really us as a species are kind of like that. Unless you're completely like egotistical up your own arse, you're gonna always look at stuff that you can improve on. So it's not a bad thing. It just means next time you'll probably take a little bit more time just to tweak those little things you're not happy with this time.
Yeah. Look, I can always go back and edit the videos. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I thought I had got a. Okay. So I've got a video up there, and I thought I put in a decent thumbnail, but I haven't got anything.
Yeah. Maybe it just didn't load for whatever reason properly.
No. I'm sure I put one in there. I made one for it. Let's just re-upload that right now.
And yeah, there's always changes happening with algorithm. There's this. I should probably send this lady to you, Mark. She's someone that I only see. I've subbed her and I watch her occasionally. But she just seems to be one of those people that are always paying attention to what is changing with YouTube. I'm just share it to just in case anyone else in the group wants to look. But yeah, I feel like the algorithm is changing a lot more often than we expect it to. The stuff that works, like works at one point, and then all of a sudden it doesn't anymore.
Yeah, well,
I just feel like really, I'd say stuff like TikTok's even probably more consistent with how its algorithm works. It just seems like YouTube a lot of time is just making it difficult for content creators by changing stuff. And really, unless you go into the YouTube site, the YouTube page, and seeing like the updates that are coming into it, I think it's somewhere in July some new updates are taking place. But yeah, either way, it's just.
Oh, they're definitely.
It'd be nice to get an email. You do actually get them sometimes, but because I know the community tab changed as well, and that's been around for ages. But I do remember getting like, oh, we're changing the way that the community works.
Yeah, they do changing.
We're here introducing communities, a new space to connect, even though that's what they called community previously anyway, where you could make posts to your community. But supposedly the communities allowed your subscribers to post in the community as well now. Pretty sure Dogface put up a post. But it's making I guess the community a little bit more like a Facebook page group or whatever would work, where you can post, but also your community can post as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, see on mine, I had the community, and now mine's literally disappeared.
Really?
Aye.
Yeah, because
No,
Hypersapien TV's not it's not even over 100 subs yet, but it's unlocked some of these tools.
yeah, gee, look at the screen and I'll show you. Look, see, I did have it, but it's now disappeared.
You might have to go into I had to go to YouTube Studio to unlock my new communities tab.
Excuse- it's only
so-
on. I think it's only on mobile. It's not on the desktop yet.
No, it was. See, look, it's there. See,
Go
it's
into
there.
there, click into communities.
Right.
Now you can manage your viewers. I think you have to accept it here. Do closed, and do either viewer posts or mentions. Click up the top. Yeah, here you go. Turn on. Your community is off. Turn on.
Right.
And then you have to publish as well before you leave, I believe. I think publish is like top right somewhere. Like not in this section. It should. If you make your screen, just go back into the community and see if that's go back into community and posts. Yeah, because I don't think you have to publish it before. Can you make your screen? Yeah, community viewer posts. So up the top there, no post yet. Start the conversation by writing a welcome post for your community on YouTube app. Yeah, so if you go in now, if you go into so if you go into dashboard as well, it should come up with the new features most of the time. It has new features in your dash.
See, that's it.
See if you can create a post because you did turn it on now.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah, so just say like welcome to the Charinator community, and then that should like officially enable. Yeah. Because I'm trying to use it more often. I do obviously forget, but trying to use it more often just to get people to engage with it.
That's the whole idea of the change. I think they're trying to get. Yeah, it's more like a Facebook post sort of thing.
Yeah,
right, so yeah, so after that, right? Hold on, customize channel.
Are we supposed to get
Let's see.
Are we supposed to get a notification when someone like that? Well, when one of us puts a post up.
That's what I feel like. YouTube's a bit cluttered. It will come up in the news feed. The news feed will have community posts. It will have new videos and all that sort of stuff. I feel like they need to do like a separate section for this community stuff.
Now see,
I
look,
guess it's at the top.
it's
It's
still
at the
there.
top. It says all podcast, live music, posts. There you go. You can at the top do. It's got like a kind of like new to you or posts, and then this just brings up the community posts.
Now see,
Still
do you
feels
look?
like it's
See, it's still the same. But if I get in here, yeah, so wait.
It might take a little bit to. Might
No.
take a little bit. If I go. You go here and Funkin' Hungry's one. It says view community.
All right.
If it wants to load.
Now I can see it.
I don't know why my camera's not focusing, but under manage, it says manage videos, visit community. This is on phone as well, obviously. Like Mark said, it might be a more mobile sort of thing at the moment because when I go into the community, it's very different.
No.
It's top newest my posts, community settings, viewer posts on, who can post, subscribers.
I think with
You
a
can
lot of
even change. You can change it to 1 day or 1 week from when people are allowed to engage in your community.
with a lot of these things, they'll turn it on and then they sort of make a hype about it, and then it's forgotten about. Then they're on to the next thing.
Yeah, that is true. Which is good and bad, I guess. They need to it'd even be worthwhile. I don't know, what are people really going to get out of engaging in a community unless it's your regulars.
No.
What's really making them want to do it? They're not really getting nothing from it.
And if you look at most channels, and that includes mine and even bigger channels, most of the people are not subscribed. Subscribers don't seem to really matter anymore. It goes on. It's YouTube knows what they're saying is that you got to teach the algorithm, or you got to sort of teach YouTube what your content is about. Then they'll push that out to the right people. If it
I
gets
need to learn the SEO more.
then it gets pushed out, and if it doesn't get views, well, it doesn't get pushed out.
Yeah, because a certain person thinks that they've been, and you know who I'm talking about, right? Thinks that they've been shadow banned.
No.
No, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh
God. Me?
No, it's not about shadow banning.
No, but Mark, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, look, it's just live streams don't get the views. Like when I do a live stream, I can go back, and I think the most one of my live streams has got is about 63 views. Right, your live streams just don't get the views. The only people I see getting big numbers on live stream is places like Sid Squad. When they go live, they've got about 1,500 people watching, anywhere up to 2,000.
Well,
Right? That's a rarity. When they upload a video, right? Their video, I think, gets a few hundred views. Maybe it gets more than that, depending on what it is, right? But there's a difference between their live shows and what our live shows are. Okay. what you got to do is put out content consistently. That's the name of the game. And that's one thing I personally haven't been doing. If because I look at other people's content, as you do, and you think, oh, why they got so many subscribers? They're putting out more content, and I just got to start putting out more content. Like I said before, I'm procrastinating over a little thing, and that stops me from doing a video. I should just put it out there, and done, as the saying goes, done is better than perfect. Don't try and make it perfect. Just get it done.
Exactly.
Done, get it out there.
Because I did a snooker video, and I did two. Like, one got 80 views, 60 views, and the other one I did, which lasted for just over an hour. That I ended up with 567 views. But like, see my trucking ones, I'm getting views like 51, 31, 57, 84, 91, 57, 102. So it's like, because it's my trucking ones, I've been doing, like, there's one at 356 views. Because I'm doing different. I'm trying. Because I do like my trucks, right? You know I like my trucks. It's something that I'm liking so much. But the reason I've not been doing any of that stuff on the Sherinator channel is because of a computer.
Yeah.
Because the frames per second is pure laggy.
Well, if you want people to watch your content, it's got to be something they're interested in, number one, and number two, a lot of people who stream games have themselves in the corner, and they're talking as they're talking to people as they're playing. That's what I've seen a lot of people do, and that's. People want that interaction, To be honest, and like I like me trains. I'll sit there and watch a train video, but I've tried train simulators and they just don't do it for me because I've driven the real thing, right? But people want engagement with a person behind the screen. They almost want, it's almost like babysitting. You got to constantly, not constantly, but you got to, you got to constantly be there. You got to have yourself there presenting, and you got to be talking, and people have got to be able to, in some way interact with you in the chat, like when they come in the chat. Hey, thank you very much for being here. We're playing this, say it's a shooting game, and we're about to face off against the enemy or something like that. That to me, that's what I see. But I could be.
Yeah, I'd definitely. There's a lot of stuff to obviously make, and most of it's down to viral bullshit that's gonna. But yeah, it's a lot of its personality as well. For sure, you need to have a personality. Otherwise, we could watch 20 people all do the same stuff, and who are you going to go back to? The one that meshed with you, the one that you found entertaining, the one, So you just, and that's because Hungry Jacks have a couple of new items. I did want to do it as soon as it came out, and obviously I got sick. I could have pushed through it, but I just don't feel like it probably would be the same video if I'm doing it where I'm trying to, I'm trying to push myself to be entertaining or push myself to not feel like shit. I would rather just really wait until this week that's coming and get some stuff recorded out there. And and then that obviously can change the algorithm because the stuff's been out for a week or more, people are less likely going to want to click on it because they've probably already seen Greg's Kitchen do it or something, which is that's just the nature of and how competitive like what I do is.
Yeah.
Really, unless you get it out that day, each day people are gonna be less likely to want to watch it because every day that goes on, someone else has either done it or they've likely tried the food already.
Yeah,
But,
but the thing is, there's no real competition on YouTube. Even though there are people out doing similar, you've got your own unique style, and that's what some people are going to come back for. You're not, to me, you're not making it false or anything like that. It's an honest review, and that does influence a lot of people. Just keep doing what you're doing, G, and maybe, I know you've been crook, but even me, like I said, I haven't been consistent. I've been inconsistent, and I need to be a bit more consistent. And I probably should just make, I can sit here and say I should do this, but I never do, because by the time I think about it, and then I go, oh, I gotta set this up, and then I go, oh, but I can't get this to work properly. I'm a little bit frustrated with some of my equipment, and I know I've got to upgrade my equipment. Like I'm thinking about upgrading to another phone soon, and I'm just waiting to see what Apple does if they unlock this restriction, whether I stay with Apple or I switch to Android. And I've been looking at reviews of Android phones, especially the Samsung.
Android's better, Mark.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you now, Stephen, I pretty much do everything on my phone except for when I'm on here. And my phone has been my go-to machine. There is only one thing that is really limiting me using my phone, and that's I cannot put in a third-party microphone when I live stream. Now, that's only on the live stream side. Other than that, I can plug in the Rode Wireless Go and do fantastic audio on recording stuff. But that's just, once again, it comes back to me just getting over that hurdle of I just got to press record and do it. And if it comes out rough, it comes out rough. That's the way it's going to be. And the more I do it, the better I'm going to get.
Yeah, just to answer Stasi, I actually did clear my webcam before as well, so I actually did wipe it and it wasn't going into focus, so there's that. And he said as well, apparently the bacon gravy waffle is not that great, so you aren't missing out on much, but it's not, when you're a content creator, it's not that. And also, I don't really try to watch other content creators before I've reviewed the product, because I don't really want any outside information changing how I might feel about it. And yeah, it probably is going to turn out to be crap, but when you're a content creator doing food, you know how popular these Hungry Jack's McDonald's new items are. It's like fresh crack on a crack pipe for a crackhead. These, this is for some reason what people watch, and I guess even some dude who's living in Europe might be more likely to see, why is a Whopper got gravy on it, than if it's from a local mum and pop store, as they call them, because they know the brand, they know the McDonald's, they know the Macca's, Jack's, Clackers. It's everywhere. I mean, even I find myself sometimes, if I come across it on YouTube, like I tried the menu items from Korean Macca's or whatever. I might go, I want to know what they have at Korea and McDonald's. There's always they always have like the Big Macs and chips that we all have, but they always have a few different items. I've been watching a bit of Spanian recently, and he went to it was like, I forget now, some European country, and he went to like the fast food places like McDonald's, Hungry Jack's, Subway, and Popeyes, which we don't get here, but Popeyes, a fried chicken company. But he went there because, again, like it's seeing how consistent stuff is. Yeah, the Whoppers and stuff always taste the same, most people say, but there's always like a few little cool, unique items that you can get from elsewhere. So it's and at the end of the day, yeah, the only other person really I just watch probably Food Sack and Greg's Kitchen, but not always Greg's Kitchen. Greg's awesome at what he does, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting more of an honest opinion, probably from Food Sack than Greg's Kitchen, but they're both top blokes. Obviously, Greg's Kitchen, he was doing this long before I was doing it, and I was watching him long before I got into YouTube.
Well, the good thing, one thing I recommend you do, G, is go and watch other people's content because you get to see how they're doing it and what they're offering. But not just that, different. Sorry,
I'm going to jump off because when I was looking over at him, I've been dead like he did some kind of like, ooh, a minute.
Yeah, mate, you're right.
Right, so I'll catch you all later.
All right, Stephen. Thanks, mate.
Right, peace.
See you, mate.
Thanks for being here, man.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, well, Greg Kitchen is a legend, but he's he's got a few channels, and most of them are a few 100,000 now. But it's I mean, Spanian is another guy that's pretty. He has a huge following and done really well, and is living off YouTube as well. But I feel like just with Food Sack, which is another content creator from he's up near your way somewhere, Mark. He's not quite Gold Coast, but he can get there to try some of the limited edition stuff.
Yep.
But I just feel like Food Sack gives me a bit more of an honest opinion. Well, there's too many creators when it comes to food that will just kind of like say it's bad but won't say why, or they'll be complaining so much about the size and the price, which is like I was watching one guy who does it, or a couple of people, and these days Hungry Jack's do two different sizes normally in their burgers. They normally call one deluxe and one mega. The deluxe is like the bacon deluxe size, which is like a cheeseburger size. The mega is the Whopper size.
Yep.
For some reason, people seem to get confused, and when they hear deluxe, they think maybe the word deluxe means that it's going to be extravagant. But really, if they know their fast food and they're explaining it wrong to the audience, and they're explaining it wrong, they're looking like an idiot because they're ranting about not getting the product that they feel they wanted or feel they deserve. But it's like, that's exactly what you paid for. If you wanted the bigger version, that's why they have the mega version, which is the bigger version. So you have to pay those few dollars more if you want to get the bigger version.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just see it and I'm like, because sometimes when I do videos, I end up explaining a lot more and take out quite a lot because I'm like, it sounds like I'm just dribbling on, but I'm actually trying to explain why stuff is a certain way. But then I understand as well the way YouTube works. People just really want to see you open the food and eat it and get it on over and done with.
Yeah.
Most people don't have the patience to actually understand the politics of stuff and why is everything this way. But also, yeah, I sometimes just cringe at people as well. They're like moaning so much before they've even had a bite of it that you just know they're not going to like it because they've already convinced themselves of how bad it is through price and size and the rest of it. And then even when they tell you that it's bad, or if they tell you it's good, they won't explain why though. They won't explain why they're enjoying it or why they're not enjoying it. Just, oh no, that's shit. like that shit, like that's terrible. Who came up with this idea? And then you even get some stupid people that will comment like, "Oh, thanks for saving me my money." It's like, yeah, but you're saving your money, but you don't even know why. You don't even know you might actually. I'm saving my money, but you actually might like what they don't like about it. So that's why, even if I don't like something, I try to still explain it, just so our little Jimmy down the street, he most likely would probably like these more than I would. But if I at least explain it to the point of then someone can decide, which I'd explain that as kind of like a salty, savoury snack, but a bit sweet as well. Like the sweetness is more, a little bit more sweet than any other Twisties flavours. But I might explain it like that, and then someone else might go, "Oh, that sounds all right." Or if something is, if something's full of garlic, someone that doesn't like garlic knows they're going to stay away from that, and vice versa. So I just always, and sometimes it's these bigger content creators as well that do have a big following, but they're the types that sometimes will just say, "Oh yeah, that's great," "Oh, that's disgusting," and just I've noticed that with quite a lot of content creators.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look,
Especially when it comes to what I'm.
Just keep. Well, I actually got a notification to say, I think from YouTube, to say my channel is 18 years old now. I didn't realise that I had it that long, but I've only really been serious. Yeah, I've only really been serious about it in the last sort of 12 months or more. Thanks to you guys. But yeah, look, you don't know what people want, so just keep doing what you're doing, G. I think you're doing great, and I like watching your reviews. You get in there and you explain it. You give it. I think it's great. I do see other YouTubers, but like you say, they don't explain it how you do sometimes, and most people don't want to. I suppose some people don't want that level of detail, but other people might appreciate it.
They just want the that's great, and that's it, which is fine.
Well, you say that when you got this burger, it was advertised a certain way, and they left this off, or they put too much sauce on, and and you're absolutely right.
Just looking at my, I guess, not my private YouTube, but my personal one that I've always had. Yeah, that's 2008. I joined. So, that's if I carried on and did a content on this one, that's how old the channel would be.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, even when it comes to shorts, like I've been wondering, because some of the really big content creators, they do food, and they're putting out a video on all the big platforms pretty much every day, and they're constantly either getting sent stuff to taste test, or they always know when all the new stuff is coming out. And they normally only do like 30 seconds videos where it's just like, they'll show the product, they'll talk about the product, eat it, tell you if it's good or not. So it's even crossed my mind if I should scale it back to that much. But the thing is, I feel like with me, when I come up with like the silly jokes and stuff, it takes a while to warm up to that as well. Like if I was trying to do a 1 minute video, cut that down to half a minute, you're not going to get the same sort of content. You'll probably be a lot closer to what most other people do, because like you need a few minutes, in my opinion at least, for the brain to like come up with like little funny bits or whatever that I might be able to and a lot of that as well is tasting the food, and like stuff comes to your head when you're tasting it, like silly jokes or comparisons or whatever will come to your head because I did the last main. I've done a few bits and pieces, but before I got sick, I did Domino's, and they have a meat pie crust. They have a Domino's donut, and then I got some little sides that come with it. And oh man, these products are pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
Like just they were pretty shocking, and the donut is not like fluffy and like how a donut should be. It's more like dough that they use for pizza. So it's like trying to rip your face apart to try and eat it and stuff because the dough is just not nice, soft, fluffy. It's just and yeah, just eating this and just trying to like be entertaining, but also I was disgusted to just how bad this stuff and the actual pies. Because when I eat it, I eat it like normal. Then I try to dissect it and sort of taste the stuff a little bit more individually. And it was like some 4 and 20 party pies, but the party pies came across like they were microwaved, where the pastry and stuff was not nice and flaky. It was just gone a bit soggy, and just the rest of it, and just yeah, it's just and when you're spending your money as well, like I'm not a big content creator that's getting paid for every meal that I'm reviewing, so just definitely, but I feel like that's where it's justifiable for you to like go into a bit of a rant mode. It's like I'm paying $30 or more for this meal,
Yeah.
and really I'd be pretty disgusted if which I am a customer, but if I wasn't just doing it for a review. So some of that stuff out there is terrible, but also, give them credit when it's when there's credit to be given. There's these places can't always do good, but yeah, I have noticed some other content creators, they just go into this sweary, oh, this is complete shit, this is this, and I'm just like, you're just acting, you're just acting like a spoiled child, like. You're not giving the viewer anything to watch. You're not being entertaining. You're just sort of like grumpy and just complaining. So anytime I go into the little rant mode, I try to at least like have a few jokes where people can understand that I'm a bit pissed off, but also they can have a laugh with me as well. Laugh through the pain, laugh through laugh before we cry, laugh now, cry later.
That's it. You gotta, yeah. I don't know. What sort of comments do you usually get on your videos? Do you get much engagement?
I get all the regulars. There's a few people that the more they're commenting, they're becoming kind of regulars, I guess. I'm starting to recognise different names that I'm not used to on there, but the more they comment, it's just, I guess some of the guys like yourself, Stylesy and stuff, I kind of know at a bit more of a personal level, where a lot of these other people, they're commenting more, but I don't really know,
Yeah.
I don't really know them for shit, really, when it comes to it, like who they are or whatever, because just haven't had that personal touch.
But the main
I
thing
guess
is
that's
they're making comments.
yeah, and I guess as the channel gets bigger, I'm obviously not going to be able to get to know every single person or whatever. I still get the troll sometimes. I don't really watch like to Aussie and those sort of people anymore. I used to just sometimes chuck it on just so I could have a little joke. Normally, I'd take a little segment of his video and put it in mine. But sometimes I notice, these certain trolls are on Gregos, they're on Two Aussies, and these certain trolls seem to, do the rotations of all the food content creators. So sometimes I know a troll before they've even really commented on mine because I've seen them trolling one of the other guys. So that is what it is, and most of the time, well, there was a couple of people that were saying, "Oh, this is the worst review of this product I've ever seen so far." And I'll just say, "Oh yeah, no problem, thank you."
Yeah, I had one guy. One of the videos I did, I put some music to it, and he said, "Oh, this was the worst music I've heard," or something like that. He made something comment about the music, and I just said, "Thank you for the feedback." At the end of the day, I'm looking for engagement. You know, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and
I don't know if the guys watch my stuff again or not. I don't know, but you know,
the thing is as well, I find that some people probably don't realise always how like passive aggressive or how rude stuff might come across. Like, they might not be trying to be rude. They just, some, because when it comes to YouTube, especially, it's like, oh, that was the worst music I've heard. That could be just some random, and that's the opinion that they want to give, which it isn't necessarily a bad or a good one. It's just an opinion. It's,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so you could take that as bad or good. You could take that as like at least they wanted to take their time to let you know that they hated the music. So
yeah,
it might
yeah,
give you something to think about next time. Might make, but yeah, I think it was McDonald's chicken, the chicken wings. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, this is the worst review of these I've seen so far," and I'm just like, "Oh, thank you." Like I've had trolls that keep on coming back and keep on coming back, keep on coming back, and it gets to the point that I'll have to block if they won't sort of if they just keep on going. But most of the time, I just like try to be positive and just say, "Oh, cheers for that." There was one, or sometimes I can't help myself but make a stupid joke. There was some guy and he was saying, "Oh yeah, you're late to get to this. This has been out for a couple of weeks or something." And I think I said something about, "Oh yeah, sorry, your nan was keeping me busy for that minute." The reason I said that is because that person was like, having a go at me a few times on a few videos. I just decided to like have a bit of a go back. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's just it's nothing too serious. Most of these people that you'd see in person, they probably just wouldn't be mean to you. They would just treat you like a normal person. But on the internet, they need to. Some people need to act all hardcore or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I try and be polite wherever I can, and I try, but I'll treat people how they treat me, and if they start treating me, you know, I just give it straight back to them. I don't stop. I don't filter. And then after a
Well, most
while,
of
they
the time,
realise that, oh, this bloke, this this bloke's either he's not stopping, or you know, or he's or I start you start escalating the situation.
like, what do they really think? Like, their one comment on a few videos is just going to like make you pack up shop and
Yeah,
never do it again. Some
yeah,
of these people must feel like their opinion matters that much that you're just going to go on. I'm going to stop. And yeah, some of my content wasn't as good when some of these trolls were like, having a go. But it's yeah, most of the time I just say, "Oh, cheers, thanks." Like or like just try to beat their negative bullshit with
yeah,
kindness.
yeah,
Like beat them with kindness, and it just like just if you just say, "Oh, cheers for that," back, most of the time they might come back with next time they're in a mood and they want to have a go at you. But most of the time, I find the trolls will just eventually just disappear. There was one lately that kept on calling me Giovanni or something, like, "Oh, this was trash," or "This was a trash video, Giovanni," or something. I'm just like, all right. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "You're the one who keeps on coming back and watching them just to comment." So, all they're doing is helping me get the watch times up, the
yeah.
views up and
Exactly.
stuff. So, if anything, if you hate the shit, better block my channel or whatever. Like make sure that it never comes up on your phone again.
Mm, mm, yeah,
So to be honest, if I didn't like a channel, I'd like try and hide it from my phone or device or whatever. Like there's some channels it pops up, and I know there's different stuff you can do on YouTube, like I don't know if it's hide channel or sometimes it'll come up with feedback. Did you like this? You can say no, so it won't come up in your news feed anymore.
Or
Stuff
you
like
can
that. It's like,
you can just unsubscribe.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure you can even block channels, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Well, I haven't.
the more you're engaging, the more you're bringing it.
Yeah.
The more you bring them in.
I
Newsfeed.
don't think I've blocked anyone, but I have unsubscribed from some channels. I just unsubscribed from one recently that puts up a weekly food review video with by two half brothers.
Oh yeah. Did you notice that particular person went live?
Sorry,
That the person went live last night.
did they? No, I don't see that.
Because I unsubbed as well, and I was just watching actual YouTube stuff, and it was like 1 a.m. or something, and that particular person was drunk as. I thought I was like dreaming or something. I'm like, is this now? Is this now? Because it had the live logo around the and that person was just talking about the same stuff they always talk about. And it was like nothing ever happened. It was quite strange.
Who?
I said it to Stalsy, and he watched it. He must have been asleep when I was up late. He said he watched some of it back, and yeah, that person was talking about you, me, Kodie, and the half brother.
What still? Even though we're not talking to him or subscribe to him.
I think he even shared a link to my channel. And had it and had a go at Kodie as well, which was funny. Haven't had a bit of a dig at Kodie.
Yeah, right.
Trolls let you know who, but yeah. So it must have been just unfortunately, I felt a bit bad for them, but it's like you're just still getting drunk and just mumbling a bunch of nonsense. Really, there's no, like we're always saying to encourage people to do content, but there's no structure to the madness. There's no structure, and there's you just
Oh, he shared my link too. Jesus. Look, I would have still talked to him, but once again, carbon copy of that other person we used to know, and there was no explanation on why he did what he did. So
there was a half-assed apology to me saying that I've been going through stuff lately, but we all go through stuff. But also, he never really changed to the point where you could see he was going through stuff. He just always acted consistently the same. But yeah, it was like with the disabled vlogger, it's like he never reached out to me to try to sort the situation out.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a shame because, all I wanted to do really is help those guys at the end of the day. And, like I helped both of them probably a lot more than I should have or should have even bothered with.
Yeah.
But, it's just, you can tell the people that appreciate it. And really, if I was going to lose someone that I care about, I would try to sort the situation. I'd try and fix it. I'd try and say, like this is a bit of bullshit. Let's step back and let's try and work out what's going on and see if we can agree to disagree or whatever. So yeah, it's a bit of shame. To be honest, I feel sorry a bit for both of them. But not the Tassie Bros. They could get fucked. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But it's not nice to fall out with anyone that you feel like you had a connection with once. It's never a nice feeling that you feel like you have a connection or friendship, and for it to go down the shitter for no reason. But at the end of the day, I don't wish bad on any of them. It's you know, life's too short really to worry that much about them. I wouldn't really call any of them enemies or whatever. Or they're just people they're just people that come and go. And
Yeah.
I fell out with people that I've known since like going to school, and for drugs or other reasons, we'll just split apart and go your different directions. Can happen with family as well, family, friends, whoever.
Yeah.
So just shit happens, and yeah, it's just a little bit sad that it came to that. People could own up to their problems a bit more, or if they feel like I'm causing problems, come to me and tell me and sort it out. So I appreciate what you're doing here, and see if we can both agree to fix the situation.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to get bloody cold up here in the shed. I'm going to rack off.
Yeah, I was going to say that I feel like my voice is starting to go finally, and lasted this long, but I feel it's croaky and croaky now.
At one stage there, about the hour and a half mark, you looked really tired, and I thought you were going to try and wind things up, but you kept going.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I went to there, and yeah, it was great to have a chat with you, Mark, and shout out to Stephen for joining us.
Yeah, it's good to have a chat with you, G, and it's good to see you getting back and getting back into the swing of things slowly.
It's funny that it got to like the finishing marking, and like all of a sudden my voice is just it's like, all right, you've had enough. All right, but yeah, cheers for everyone who joined in, and Stolesy, he's and Peter came and in late, and
Oh, g'day, Pete.
yes, and yeah, Stolesy stayed to the end, but yeah, appreciate you all. We'll love you and leave you, and we'll see you soon. Also, if you want to check out Mark and Charinator's channels, I've got links to their channels in the description box if you want to go and check them out, and yeah, give them some subs and some likes and all the rest of it. We'd really appreciate it. All right, take care, everyone. Speak to you soon.